The Kloss Show episode. I don't know what episode is. 10 maybe? Is this the 10th episode? Have we hit double digits? Doing this episode before work today. We'll see how much we can squeeze in because I realized I was like, oh my god, the UFC card that's on today on Wednesday starts at 8 a.m. So I gotta fire my picks out before that so people know what to bet on. I'm pulling up the card here now. I looked at it earlier. So on the preliminary, this is actually, as I looked at it, the prelims are a much better card than the main event. Besides the main event, than the main card. So okay, I don't give a fuck about that fight. Oh, for the first fight that I know about these fighters, I don't know about these ladies opening the night up here. But the first fight we've got Umar Nurmagomedov versus Sergey Morov. You gotta take Habib's cousin in that one. He's undefeated. Umar, these guys they're just ridiculous. So gotta take the Dagestani there. Another one, which is one I'm really looking forward to watching when I get home because it'll be on while I'm at work, is Mike Davis versus Mason Jones. If you don't know Mike Davis, he I think he says he has two losses. I know he lost to. Okay, so his only two losses are to Super Yusuf and to Gilbert Burns, so two ranked guys. And Mason Jones is undefeated, debuting against him. That's a tough. That's a tough debut, and I I don't know Mason Jones well enough to pick him. I've only seen one of his fights, so we're gonna have to go with Mike Davis because he's been in the UFC. He's fought some top guys. He's got good experience. uh, Joe, it's a little hard to debut against somebody like that, so we're gonna go ahead and go with Mike Davis there. Next, we've got Deverson Figueiredo's brother is debuting, fighting at 135 against Jerome Rivera, the Renegade Rivera, who I think he lost to Tyson Nam recently, if I'm remembering correctly. And that's a close one. I could see that one going either way. So if you're a betting man, I wouldn't bet on that one. But since we're picking for the show, we're gonna go with we'll take Deverson Figueiredo's brother. We'll take Deverson Figueiredo's brother. All right, now do not ask me to pronounce this guy's name correctly, but it's Dalch Lungliombolua versus Marcus Perez, who sorry, he's been around a minute. I don't really know this other guy as much. Um, Honestly, I don't even remember the last time Marcus Perez fought, but I have been very unimpressed with him in the past. So we're gonna go with Dalcha, whatever this fella's name is. We're gonna go with Dalcha on that one. Um, just because I've been very unimpressed with his competition. Okay, let's see. Let's pull the card up here. Okay, next we've got Sue Mujiri. Okay, I'm not even gonna pick that one. I don't even know either of these guys. This guy's got this 3-2. The fuck, 125. Whatever. I don't know these guys. Then we got Ricky Simone coming on in. He lost to Uriah Faber before, and did he win his last fight? I don't know. Fighting Ganiteo Perelio. Ooh, this is a close one too. I'm gonna go with Ricky. I'm gonna take Ricky Simone because he has fought harder guys, and it's hard to experience. You can't buy experience. I think this other guy might even be debuting. I don't know a lot about him. Both 28 years old, both entering their primes. I'm gonna go with Ricky Simone on that one. He's hit or miss. He's pretty inconsistent, but we'll go with him on that one. And then for one, this is the fight I'm looking forward to the most on the whole card, is Tom Breeze versus Omari Akhmedov. Ooh, that'll be a good one. Akhmedov be knocking motherfuckers out sometimes if I'm getting the right guy. Let's see. Oh wait, maybe I'm mixing. I guess he does not knock people out. As I'm clicking through his stuff, I guess I'm mixing him up with another guy with a similar name. But anyway, let's see. Who did he fight last? Lost to Chris Weidman. Oh, I remember that fight. Chris Weidman just wrestle fucked him for a while. I don't know. That's a good matchup, though. Had a draw with Marvin Vettori. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to go with Tom Breeze on that one. I really like him. I like Tom Breeze. I hope he wins. Pretty good Tom Breeze fan. But now we're entering that's the main prelim card. Now we're entering the main card. And opening up the main card, we got Miracle Murphy. Very impressive in his last showing. I like him a lot. I'm going to go with Miracle Murphy over Douglas Andrade. Then we got Tyson Nam coming in, old timer, against what's this guy's name? Matthew Christopher Schnell. Who'd this guy fight? He hasn't fought since 2019, which he lost. Then, he beat Jordan Espinoza. He's no slouch. Maybe he just had to take some time off. I don't know a lot about why he took some time off, but Tyson Nam is getting up there. He is 68 years old at this point, so it's a tough pick. I'm going to go with the old timer. I'm going to take Tyson Nam on that one. I think he's going to, no, I don't know, though. God, I don't know. That's one you don't want to bet on, boys. I don't know. Maybe unless somebody knows more than me. Some time off can sometimes be good, can sometimes be bad. So we're going to hope it's good for this guy, and we're going to go for the younger contender here with Matthew Schnell. Next we got Roxanne Modafferi. She was one of the biggest underdogs that won last year on Connor's card against Viviane Aruo. However the heck you say that. Oh, well, Roxanne Modafferi is the gatekeeper of all gatekeepers, so we'll pick her. She always wears a t-shirt and looks really weird and parts her hair down the middle and looks like an absolute killer, so. This one, I don't even know why this fight's really on the main card. We got Ike Villanueva, very unimpressive for UFC fighters anyway. He'd beat my ass. Against Vinicius Moreira, did he lose his last? I remember something. Let's see. I think I remember that name. Lost to Paul Craig. No real shame in that. The Bear Jew. And Eric Anders. And Alonzo Man. He's on a 3-fight skid. So he's do or die at this point. So I'm going to go with him. I don't think Ike Villanueva's got much for him. And so we're going to go with that one there. Now we're getting into the co-main event. This is the motherfucker that'd be knocking people out on this one here. So we've got Walry Alvarez versus Monier Laziz. Dude, I would get fired immediately if I had to pronounce this stuff. The Sniper. The Sniper, did he fight? When's the last time he fought? Fought in July. Let's see here. 10-1. This guy's coming off a fight as well. Got subbed. James Krause knocked him out. So this guy seems to live and die by. He won a decision here in 2017. So he hasn't been in a decision since 2017. So he lives and dies by the knockout, and I think this week is going to be one that he dies by the knockout. And Monier is going to knock him out. But I could be wrong. That's a close one. I haven't really seen those guys. I think I've only seen them each fight 1 or 2 times each. And then the main event. The WrestleFucker himself, Michael Chiesa versus Neil Magny. That is a great fight. If you're going to bet the over on that one. I don't know. The only chance of it ending quick, I believe, would be a sub by Michael Chiesa. I don't see any other finishes really happening. They both got pretty good chins. Neil Magny is the man of decisions. He always seems to go to a decision. But it is 5 rounds. I don't know if the over is over 4.5 or 2.5. If it's over 2.5, I'd give that a cent if there's any value in it. If it wasn't like minus 300 or something crazy. So, that's a good one. Oh, man. Neil Magny has looked crisp lately. I want him to win. I like Michael Chiesa, but I just don't really like wrestlers that much. So I'm going to pull for Neil Magny. And he's a slouch to get taken down. So I'm going to go with Neil Magny on that one. I think he's got the advantage. I don't know what the odds are on any of these fights. So that's pretty great. But yeah, look forward to those. ESPN Plus when I come home. Have something to look forward to there. Pretty grand. Oh my God, I haven't put on a show in a minute. I should have some stuff to talk about. What have I been up to doing? Oh my God, I guess while we're still on fights, that Max Holloway fight the other day, holy fuck. I don't know if he broke a record for most punches thrown, but holy fuck, that was some craziness. Let me see how many strikes. What was the strike count? He landed 450 total strikes, 445 of which were significant strikes. And he threw 746 strikes, coming in about 60%. So not only was it volume, but it was efficient too, which is crazy. That was insane, which I was pretty glad about because I was a bit disappointed in a few of the turnouts on the main card. I was hoping Ponzinibbio was going to get another one, but the Leech definitely raised the stock a little bit. He lost to Neil Magny. I'm actually watching that fight right now. Threw it on to freshen up on these guys a little bit. So I wasn't too bad about that one, but God, watching Joaquin Buckley just get knocked out by a dude on a 3-fight skid was so disappointing. They tried to feed him a can, tried to give him his food in a can, and he couldn't do it. He lives and dies by the knockout. 2 wins by knockout, 2 losses by knockout. I don't know, he doesn't have much of a chin on him, I guess, so can't take those. But people be hitting hard at 185. They'd be knocking me out too. Oh God, do we really want to go through this? This isn't even a UFC show. This is supposed to be a comedy show. We won't talk about the rest of that card, but God damn. And Max, at one point, this dude was beating the shit out of the guy. It's in the 5th round, and he looks over at the commentators, and he's like, starts talking to him. He's like, come on, DC. Fight me, DC. DC fights at heavyweight, and Max Holloway fights at 145 pounds, so it's literally a 120-pound weight difference. He's like, come on, fight me. And then as he's saying that, his opponent starts getting close, and he just, no look, boom, right to the face. Gets another significant strike on him. I was like, this is fucking craziness. That was pretty great. If you're trying to get into it, go ahead and check that one out. It's on ESPN Plus. It was the fight night the other day. On Saturday. One of the best fights I'd ever seen. People are like, is this the best fight we have ever seen, ever? I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't say that because I like it to be competitive. And Figueiredo versus Moreno was as competitive as you could get. There's some other great ones. I thought there was actually a more competitive fight on the card, but I can understand them giving fight of the night to Max Holloway. I thought the Carlos Felipe, Justin Tafa fight was the most competitive on the card. But, hey, you know what it is? You know, it is what it is. That's on the prelims. They don't always give out the bonuses to the prelims. So, all right, enough UFC talk. I did not prepare any topics. Let me think about something that we can go ahead and hit up. Not the Onion. Let's see what they got over there. Not the Onion. What crazy stuff's been happening in the news. Terrible episode. Go ahead and skip this episode. Episode 10. If you're hoping for a good one for episode 10, which this could be episode 9 or episode 12, I don't even know. Oh, you know what I didn't talk about? Was the fucking Capitol, which is so ridiculous. I mean, it's probably bad. It's probably treasonous to say I was glad they did it, but if you think they didn't rig that election, you're crazy. You're crazy. There's only been 3 presidents since the 1800s, since like 1830 or something like that. I have to look up the exact stat, who have not started or continued a war. Only 3 of them have tried to pull out, 2 of whom were assassinated. McKinley and JFK, and Trump tries to pull out of wars, and they just launch they media assassinated him. They made up so much shit. But I'm not a Trump supporter. I shouldn't even be talking about politics on this, but I'll educate some people a little bit. I did not vote. I abstained from voting. I don't want to vote because I don't want jury duty. I'm not even registered to vote. But if you think for a minute Trump's more racist than Biden, you need to go look at the policies and stuff Biden be passing and where his stock lies and what he owns shares and what companies he owns shares in. You might want to look into that if you think for a minute he hasn't. Go look. He's locked up plenty of minorities in his old policies. Why am I even talking about this? No one is tuning into the Kloss Show saying, let's listen to politics talk from this idiot who didn't even vote. No one is saying that. Literally no one. So, let's let's not be talking about all that. But yep, now we have a very as of today's inauguration, the 20th, we will have a very unfunny president, a very unfunny vice president. They're not funny at all. And they're both very corrupt. And they're all corrupt, though. It's very rare that you will even have an option of somebody to vote for who hasn't been taking payoffs. So, in one way or another, or it's not as much the payoffs that they get as it'll be the donations and the insider trade things they get. And then, of course, it's not in their own name. It's owned in the 3-shell company. They got the 3-shell game going, and shares are owned in one. You can't tie them together, and they pay into a trust and all that. And that's just, whatever. We're still, look at me. I'm still talking about this crap. Still talking about this shit. All right. What do we got for, oh yeah, the rush on the Capitol. That dude fucking tased himself in the balls. People are like, people died. Who gives a fuck? It was a cop and it was a fucking cop. And just some dumb bitch that was like, in the video of her getting shot, she's like running her mouth off. And they just blast her in the chest. So I was like, how missed could this bitch even be? So, I'm sorry. And then a cop, which we gotta defend them anyway. They shouldn't even be there. Let them fucking run over the Capitol. Who gives a fuck? It's not like they're doing right by the people in there. Like, it's not like they're doing right by anyone. They're just in there, signing their little agreements and where they're going to get their bribes and pushing this and pushing their agendas. And they're not looking out for anyone's best interest but their own. So, yeah, shout out to them for fucking that shit up. The pictures were great. I mean, they're funny, but of course you knew immediately, like, as the guy's running out with the podium smiling, like, I'm running straight to jail. Fuck it. They should have worn masks. That guy, I think they pissed in Nancy Pelosi's desk, which, shout out to that, because she's a scumbag anyway. They all are scumbags for the most part. Not all of them, but an overwhelming majority of these people are not. They are scary, scary people, too. They're not just dirty, they're scary. You don't want to get in their way. People go missing, look at how they did Epstein. He'd be crazy to think that, no, they didn't knock him off. It's just accepted. And what's her name? Maxwell? When she went to court, go read those transcripts. Go read those. You've never heard about that in the news. I guarantee it. You'll never see that on the news. That was a while ago. Go read those. Go read those transcripts. You'll be shocked and appalled what she testified and how it just got buried and swept under the rug. It's craziness. Sound like a real conspiracy theorist today. I usually am not. I usually make fun of those types of guys, but some of them are just fucking obvious. Some of them are just obvious. Let's see what we've got. God, all these Not the Onion articles are super political today. Oh, here's a good one. Thumb injury forces top gamer to retire at 25. Oh, boo-hoo. You gotta go get a job as a carpenter or something now. Oh, I can't play video games for money anymore. Oh, my God. Call of Duty gamer Thomas Zuma Parado. Oh, my God. I feel... If this guy... I would totally hang out with him. He's probably a cool dude, but... Let's see what he has to say about it. Time to get a real motherfucking job. Unless... These guys make a ton of money doing this shit sometimes, so maybe he... I don't enjoy competing when I can't be the Zoom everybody knows and loves. I feel like it's not fair for myself or the team to go through. So he's saying a bunch of emotional shit. So fuck him. If people that are like 8,000 upvotes on fucking likes on this shit, it's craziness. 8,000 people were like, oh my god, this poor dude. Which I know it sucks losing your money. Get that money, get that bread. And if people are dumb enough to want to sit there and watch you play video games, which maybe they're saying the same shit about me, like, dude, you literally sit there and watch people punch each other in the head for fucking 25 minutes, 15 to 25 minutes at a time, as much as you can. I mean, I haven't missed a card, and I missed the Jessica Cynthia Cavill card. I watched some of the. I was like, I don't give a fuck about half these fights at the time, so I skipped that one and then just went and picked and chose the ones I wanted to watch after the fact. But besides that, I've watched just about every card, and the one I skipped before that and picked and chose afterwards was Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero. I called it beforehand. You can ask my friends. I said, they're like, "Oh, you're gonna watch that one?" I was like, "No, that's gonna be Yoel's just gonna stand there in the middle like this, and then Israel Adesanya's just gonna try to kick him for 5 rounds." And that's exactly what happened. That's the most boring fight since Louis Ngannou. Okay, I'm just reading a text from my boss, seeing what time I had to go to work. Lost my train of thought there. But anyway, yeah, get money. You know, I respect the hustle. I respect the making of the money. I don't respect spending money. I will never respect spending money, but I'll always respect making money. I think I might just mess my headphones up. Let me just go ahead and put both of them in. So yeah, get that cheddar, get that bread. I hope he finds. Maybe he can do. Maybe he's very charismatic and he can do some commentating, things like that. It's becoming a pretty big sport. One of the owners of the Sacramento Kings has a team now, so I guess I hate to call it a sport because you don't have to be physically fit for it in the slightest. But I guess if they poker's more of a sport because that's a mind game, and that's more of a sport. Chess is more of a sport. And I will say gaming is more of a sport than dumbass fucking NASCAR, though. NASCAR is the bottom of the barrel if they refer to that as a sport. And golf. Golf and NASCAR are below esports, video games, whatever the fuck you want to call them. And, of the ranking of how cool they are, how cool you are if you're in those leagues, I guess, But what you want to be is an NBA player because they get paid the most. I don't know how much these gamers get paid. I wonder if it says in the article at all what kind of money he's going to be missing out on. Just looks like a bunch of screenshots of tweets. Which, fuck Twitter. Fuck Twitter. If you have a fucking Twitter, you're just a sheep to the slaughter. That shit is so toxic and biased and retarded. Go, if you want to just really be like, what are you talking about, Kloss? Here's another one for you to go look up. When that bitch went on, the Joe Rogan Experience and basically just lied the whole time, and instead of them just saying you're a liar, they would go, well, that's not true, call her a damn liar to her face. Jesus, these biased lying fucks. Just all right, this is gonna delve back into everything else. Let's see. And I'm trying to find a good article here. These are really fossil reveals how dinosaurs peed, pooped, and had sex. All right, you got me. CNN though, these guys are just lying over here, but I'll go with it. I'll go with it. I'll read some unreliable news here and there. We'll go with it. This fossil reveals how dinosaurs peed, pooped, and had sex. All right, I'm all down to know how dinosaurs were fucking. Let's see if they go into detail. If it was a mount, I doubt it was missionary. Let's see. What is this fossil? I can't even. How do they get anything out of this fossil? It just looks like a guy, a lizard thing. Was he getting fucked in the ass when he died? Like, what was... Alright, we all know a lot about dinosaurs. What they look like, what they ate, and what they killed off. But no, fossils have definitely preserved... Who the fuck wrote this fucking 5th grade shit? For one, we think we know what they looked like because they took bones and assembled them in a certain way, which you can build a puzzle to look a lot of different ways, so we think we know what they looked like. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, CNN. We're already off to a bad start here. However, a fossil in China of the Fistosaurus. The Fistosaurus is how they're gonna fucking figure out how the dinosaurs fucked. I hope he was fisting. That would be pretty badass if their dinosaurs were into fisting. Any concrete answers? Here we go. Typical CNN. Although we don't have any concrete answers onto, and then they'll fucking put a small little statement on the side later. Oh, we might have, correction. They'll never say that they were wrong. They just put this clickbait bullshit out there. God, CNN is the worst. What we know is based on natural history. Awesome. Had one, but it doesn't look like the other. By this little animated picture they draw, it looks like the one is sniffing the other one's ass. It's getting ready to eat some ass. So, did dinosaurs eat ass? Oh, it had a cloaca. So it probably did the cloaca kiss type shit that chickens be doing. Because chickens don't fuck either. They do this weird... Well, but the fucking... thing said it was... sex, so they must have penetration. Okay, let me scroll down a little bit. Most birds, the only living relatives of dinosaurs, mate by cloacal kissing. Look at that. I knew that one. Chalk that up to the dumb shit. My buddy the other day, we were talking. He was like, I was like, I wonder if I know more useful shit or worthless shit. I was like, I can wire up a house. I can do wiring. I can do plumbing. But yet I can name the entire Wu-Tang Clan, so who knows? Oh, the original one anyway. There's like 35 people in it now. But let's see what else they say here. By pressing their openings, dinosaurs may have made it like this. Thinneth, however, believes that dinosaurs would have a penis. The fossilized openings is more similar to a crocodile's, which do. I guess crocodiles got cocks. And there are some birds like ostriches, ducks, which also have penises. I know a duck's got a penis because they got that like fucking 3-foot long corkscrew little thin thing that worms its way in there. It's like just nuts all in there. Sorry. From what we can see, this so I guess they think. Well, that's very non-descriptive. So I guess from what they think it had a cock, and they're saying since we think it has a cock, it was railing it out. They were railing it out. They were having penetration. So shout out to them. Imagine a fucking 40-foot thing. I don't know how big these dinosaurs were. Just fucking. I saw this one the other day. 61,000 upvotes. Almost 62. Michigan marijuana dispensary is giving away free weed to anyone who got COVID-19 vaccine. That's probably the shake that they had left over. They're probably like, we got a bunch of shake. Let's get people in here off this promotion, which I respect. I respect that. I respect a great promotion. A great promotion does worlds for a business. So, shout out to them. That's a good promotion. Especially if they're able to do it with maybe some stuff that was maybe it was a little off season or something. I don't know a lot about cultivation. But I'm sure it wasn't their OG Kush or whatever they become. The names of this stuff is ridiculous. Like canoeing without a canoe, gorilla mindfuck, green crack. This is the most ridiculous names. I wonder if it says pot for shots, toke for a poke. Let's see what they. Does it say what strand it is? If we can figure out which strand it is, we can tell if they're giving out good dope or not. It is at a dispensary though, so I'm assuming it's pretty good. Might just be random. Probably not just one thing. Oh well, whatever. Fuck it. Shout out to them. Relax and take notes while I take tokes of the marijuana smoke. That's a Biggie Smalls quote right there. Biggie Smalls from Mayor, the rap slayer. My buddy, oh my god, I'd have to pull it up now and it would stop the recording when I pull up texts. Sent me a good rap lyric of the week. It was a Lil Wayne one for sure. It had to have been Lil Wayne. I'm just guessing. But you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll just finish off with the rest of that same Biggie Smalls song. We're gonna get our quote of our rap lyric of the week from that one. It goes, "Slap a bitch in the face, take a Gucci bag and a North Face off her back. Jab her if she act." So just talking about beating women and robbing them will be our. I don't promote that at all. Do not hit any of the ladies out there. There's nothing's good gonna come from it. Even if you're married to a UFC fighter woman and you strike her, oh, that court is gonna bury you. If you're a man, you could be a twink. It wouldn't matter. You could literally be a twink and hit the biggest of women, and you're going. It's it. That's it. That's it. If you get accused of anything by a woman, it's gonna change your fucking life, dude. Believe you me. That shit is no joke. No joke at all. And I hope soon they start punishing these people with their false accusations. Because I talked to a lot of cops and people who do, like, a couple guys that do some type of... I don't want to name him. If I say what he does, it'll probably give it away. Because I only know one guy that does this job. But they told me that it is 70% of the reported, accusations of sexual assault and physical assault are lies and untrue, and they'll know it, and they'll still try to prosecute them. They'll know this isn't true, and they'll still try to prosecute them, which is fucked. It is so fucked. Our fucking prison shit is so fucked. That prison industry is fucked beyond belief. Oh my god. They just try to lock everybody up over the smallest shit. Oh, 3 strikes, you're out. Get in there. Oh my god, it's fucking ridiculous. Well, that's about all the time I actually have today. I gotta start getting ready for work, and we'll be squared away. So that's been another episode of the Kloss Show. We're showing the internet. I'll try to upload it later today or on my way to work so that these can go up before the... I'm not gonna get them up before the fights because I think they're starting right now. So I did, if I'm right on every single one of them, which I doubt I am, I don't think I've ever been, then I swear I didn't. I mean, it's 8 a.m., 8:09 a.m. as I finish this. I think one of the fights is going to start soon. So this has been the Kloss Show. Have a great rest of your week, and enjoy the episode, which I know not very many people are going to watch. So peace.